Hi, please like and subscribe. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Now, if you remember back to a previous video I did a few weeks ago, I went through and I showed everybody all the magnificent Pokemon souvenirs that I brought back from my holiday in Japan. Now, whilst the actual contents of the video were quite cool, because I did have some rare games, I had some Pokemon cards, I had a good mixture of everything, stuff that I won, stuff that I bought, stuff that I found, stuff that I stole, but the actual layout and setup of this magnificent collection, it really did leave a lot to be desired. It was on a very ugly black shelf, it was covered in dust, and it just didn't really look that aesthetically pleasing. So what I did is I went out and I decided to spruce up my collection a little bit. And I did so by purchasing 2 lovely shelves from IKEA. Now I put all the Pokemon merchandise in there, plus I even put all my other Japanese knickknacks as well. And so what we are going to do is we are going to have a little part 2 of the Pokemon collection video. We're going to go through and have a look at the new setup. You can again rate me, roast me, squad me up, do whatever you like. And we are also going to have a look at all the other juicy, delicious little goodies that I brought back from the land of the rising sun. And I can tell you that there are some very, very interesting things that a lot of people might not have seen before. But when you go over to Japan, they are very commonplace and they're very popular. And I gotta tell you, I found one of my new passions in life over in Japan, which we are gonna get into. Let's do it right now, shall we? Yes. Let's, yeah. Alrighty, let's start at the top. I think the top is the best place to start. Unless you're at the bottom of a building, then the bottom's the best place to start. Let's go over here. Now, if you remember back to the last video, this was the very, very last thing that I showed you, and it is the original Game Boy games, the Japanese versions. So what I did is I went out, I got a nice cabinet, little plastic top, and I arranged them all very, very neatly. I've got to say that they have been very, very well behaved, because not once have these games fallen over since being in the cabinet, which I'm very, very happy about. And of course, we've got the original Pokemon Yellow in the box, right up top where it belongs, looking very schmick. I've got all my English versions of the both the Game Boy Advance and the original Game Boy games there as well. Probably not cabinet worthy. I want to leave the cabinet. Oh, you can see me in the reflection. Hello, hello. How are you? I just want to leave the cabinet for the collectible ones, I would say. Even though these are nice, I've still got them. No hard feelings, guys. Just yeah, obviously got to give the priority to the more expensive of the lot. Okay, so get over it. We've got the Pokemon Handbook. Now, this is actually my girlfriend's, and when we moved into our apartment, she found that she had a copy of this just stowed away in her storage, I guess. And so, me being me, I acted like a 7-year-old child. I freaked out, I snatched it away from her, and now it is proudly on display. It is the original Pokemon Handbook with the original 150 Pokemon. It doesn't even have Mew. That's how old and pathetic this thing is. But I'm very happy to have it as part of my collection. We've got the Pikachu and the Clefairy toys, the very old ones. That's the 3,000 yen Pikachu figure, which is one of my most prized possessions at this point, it's kind of sad, but you know what? Life is sad sometimes, so you've just got to roll with the punches. Then I've got my Tekken stuff. I've got the Nina Williams figure, which was given to me by a good friend named Gian, who does a podcast called The Squizzes Podcast. You can check it out on iTunes, also on SoundCloud. Go like it on Facebook, and go check out episode 2, starring myself. All right, enough of the cheap plugs. I better get paid for that as well, just quietly. Ignoring the glare of the sun, that is the Tekken motion picture on VCR. I've got the Japanese version of Tekken 2, which I also purchased in Japan. I've got like some Dragon Ball Z and Tekken figurines as well. My Game Boy Advance, my Atari, which was given to me by my girlfriend. Let's have a look up here quickly. I've got a nice Daruma. That is not from Japan. That is from the Blue Mountains. That's from Hong Kong. That is a Kitty Daruma, a gold one, as you can see, very nice. That's a Hello Kitty from Taiwan. Don't know why I have it, but I've got it. So it's here to stay. And I've got a nice cactus. And I've got this sushi cat thing that's like hanging off a nail. It's just up there on its own. Look at that. How cute. He's flying away. Zoot, 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 zoot. All right, and just below it, we have the Pokemon cards. As I said, I was expecting a few Pokemon cards in the mail at the time of filming the previous video, which I did receive quite recently. It's a bit dark in there, so hopefully you can make out what they are. We've got the Electabuzz, Mewtwo, Dragonite, and Pikachu, the promo cards from the very first Pokemon movie. I saw them on eBay, still sealed in their packets for a very good price, so I just couldn't not get them. I also got a holographic Chansey as well, near mint condition, sitting up the front with all the other near mint condition, not first release cards, but they're pretty old, so they're quite good. And then we've got the Jungle Flareon, Jolteon, Alolan Ninetales. We've got Lana, which is I believe that's a hyper rare trainer for all you card nerds out there. And I also put this up, which was given to me for free at the Pokemon Center. It was the 20th anniversary of the Pokemon Center. So that's very cute. And that's all the cards. Once again, I've got a whole lot of more. Once again, I've got a whole lot more cards coming. So I might do a video of them when they actually arrive. But as for right now, this is all I've got. This is all I've got, all right? So just live with it. Oh, I've got a hyper rare Charizard GX. Did I mention that? Mint condition as well. If you want to buy it, hit me up, bruh. All right, now we have arrived at arguably my favorite shelf of the entire lot. When I was over in Japan, and I knew about this previously before going, but when I was actually confronted head-on with it, it just changed my life. Now, I always knew that small food and like small drinks, like figurines and actual food that you can make yourself is very, very big over in Japan. And when I first laid my eyes on some small food, I just lost my mind. Absolutely lost my mind. I was in heaven for 2 weeks just looking for this stuff. So let's have a little look-see. That's my takoyaki stand, which I personally made, painted, decorated, all that stuff. It came in a little art kit pack thing, and I made it from scratch, which I'm quite proud with because I'd never really done anything like that before. So I was very happy to be able to actually make it look pretty much how it is on the packet. And it is very, very intricate. You've got these tiny, tiny little foam balls that were just an absolute nightmare to wrangle. You've got like little fake grass in there. I'm not sure if you can see. It just looks cool, and I'm very proud of it. Hopefully I can purchase a few more of these kits to do like a ramen stand or a church or a McDonald's or something, you know, super wicked and tight like that. Let's have a look at these. Now, these are actually erasers, believe it or not. These are erasers, but I'm not going to use them for erasers because A, no one uses pencils. 2, I don't have any pencils. 3, it would be a waste. And 4, I use pens. Who uses pencils? So that's 4 very, very valid reasons, I feel. So we'll get it up nice and tight. We've got some grape juice. We've got some puri-puri. We've got some chippies, some ramen. We've got a soda. They're very cool. I love them. They're just my favorite things ever. We'll come over here. We've got a Chinese dim sum version as well. We've got some siomai. We've got some steamed buns. We've got some gyoza. We've got, I guess it's a noodle soup. We've got some fried rice. We've even got little chopsticks as well. Very, very handy. We've got this little Japanese dinner set, which came in, I spoke about boxes that are similar to Gachapon, where you can get several different options, but you're not entirely sure which one you're going to get because it's a mystery. And I ended up getting the Japanese dinner set. It's got a little fried rice boiled rice with a fried egg on top. Little chopsticks. You've got a little, whatever that thing is. Very cool. Oh, I'm obsessed with these things. I'm going to get so many more, and like this entire shelf is just going to be filled up with them. Or at least this one in particular, but it is pretty full, but there's no stopping me. I swear to God, I need help. I seriously need help. Now let's have a look at some of the other things I got. That's a mini tapioca drink. Shout out to all you boba fans out there. I'm a massive boba fan. I love me some pearl milk tea, ice and sugar standard, because I feel it's quite sweet as it is. And we've got a squishy gyoza. Now, this is super squishy. I gotta tell you, I'm gonna squish these squishy toys in a second, but when I tell you they are squishy, they are squishy. So we've got a fried gyoza. We've got a lovely stack of pancakes, which, when you look at it for the first time, it looks pretty real. It's quite scary. And we've also got a taiyaki, which is that little fish treat that I was speaking about in the previous video as well. Also very squishy. It was previously scented as well, but the scent has since disappeared after being exposed to the air for so long. But it's still super, super cool. So let's have a little squish of these toys, shall we? All right, we're gonna have a little squish. Now, where to start? Let's start with the gyoza. The pan-fried gyoza. Like, the amount of detail that has gone into this is quite scary. I would just hate to be somebody that has eaten this by mistake, because I can't imagine that's going to pass through your body very well. All right, let's have a squish. Oh, such a great stress reliever. If you're ever stressed, just get a hold of one of these squishies and all your problems, maybe, mental problems, not financial problems or, living situation problems or anything like that. Like, that's not going to be solved. These things aren't miracle workers, but look at that. If you're stressed, I would highly recommend getting one of these because they are such good fun. Okay, there's that one. This is the taiyaki. This one's a lot smaller. It's a bit more delicate, so you don't want to be too rough with it. But again, this is one of the slow rising skish thingies. Look at that. You put everything into it, you squish it down flat, and then slowly but surely it raises back to its original form. It is such a satisfying feeling. Look at that. Look at that. In 60 frames per second. Yeah. Ooh, damn, that is scary. Okay. Now the stack of pancakes. Now this one is not super squishy. This one's a lot more firm than the other ones. But in saying that, it's massive. So you can literally get your whole hand across it to just give it a good old squish. You've got to put a bit of force into this one as well. Definitely have to put a bit of force into it. But it's good. It's like equally as satisfying. It's so good. And there's so many variety of squishy toys over in Japan as well. There are bread items. There's like animals, fruit, more stuff like this, like pork buns and all kinds of stuff. Like, it really is just another world over in Japan when it comes to squishy toys. Like, you have dedicated shops that just sell squishy things. And I went to plenty of those shops, and I can tell you I wanted to spend a whole lot more money than I did. But I had to be a very good boy because I was going to waste all my money on UFO catchers and Pokemon games. So there you go. Those are the squishies. There you go. Fucker. Yeah, I'm feeling myself. Feeling myself. Ah, yes, that is, again, all we've got time for today. What about that squishy pancake? That was just... Thank you very much for those of you who tuned in all the way to the end. Don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment, tell me, what do you think about FIFA 14? Is FIFA 14 the best game to have ever been given away with the Xbox One? You answer that question and drop the answer down below. And I guess I'll see you later. Squishy pancake.